Autism Plus was formed in 1986 by a group of parents of autistic children who felt there was a dearth of provision for their offspring. I joined as CEO in 2005, and at that time we'd grown to about a £2 million annual turnover with a small service in Thorn on the outskirts of Doncaster. Our business model was very much based upon identifying need. That was either through a combination of research or parents and families coming to us in distress, or indeed commissioners from local authorities at that time approaching us directly to see if we could help in providing essential services for adults on the autistic spectrum. We wanted to focus on our Yorkshire base, establish a strong footprint in Yorkshire and Humber. That particular business model worked really well, but we attracted at that time, and in the next 10-15 year period, we attracted referrals from all over the country. Our normal contracting arrangements with local authorities, it's changed over the years as we're seeing health and local authorities coming together more, so joined up care between the two, and joined up funding between local authorities and health trusts, and in particular between local authorities and clinical commissioning groups, CCGs. Nationally, we were seeing at this time, and it's continued to this day, large contracts going out to tender and large private sector organisations and indeed some large charities bidding for those contracts. And that led to a race to the bottom on price. But worse than that, it meant that if you secured one of these contracts, it was for a limited duration of 3 to 5 years maximum, when the whole contract would again go out to tender, and invariably you would lose the contract if you were a big provider. You had to constantly be applying for large tenders on the basis of losing one and gaining another. And that's how that business has continued over the last decade. And we decided not to engage in that. But importantly, we felt that we wanted to give a high quality service at a reasonable price to the people that were referred to us. So in a sense, our business lies underneath the national tendering programme for large contracts, and we work on a spot contract basis. That way, we're able to offer people a home for life, support for life, bearing in mind that people on the autistic spectrum don't like change, whether that's changing where they live, changing their routine, change in terms of the people who support them, and so on.